tricolor macaronis. These ones they have wheat, spinach, tomato powder. I love these tricolor macaronis. They're so delicious, in my opinion. I really like these noodles. So anyway, I'm calling this a plant-based pasta. Reason being, I'm going to go pour this because I have a thing of water in here. The reason I call this plant-based now is because I used to always say vegan, but I have like reservations about that. Like, there's nothing wrong with veganism in my mind, but I just feel like it's so contentious. And I don't really align myself exactly like with what some people consider vegan. And I've never been like an activist type vegan type person. I just never wanted to eat meat. And I didn't really like dairy. And to be honest, like the more I think about it now, as time has evolved, the reason that I pretty much just plant-based and dairy-free is just because I don't like dairy. Like, I mean, I just really don't like it. Like, I've just always thought that dairy products were kind of gross, kind of disgusting. So, if I was one of those people who love cheese, I probably would have been a vegetarian instead of a vegan, or plant-based. But I don't know. I always thought cheese, like I was never a cheese fan, and everybody would always talk about cheese and sour cream and all these dairy things. And I just always thought they were pretty disgusting. And I never even really liked eggs. So I don't. And then just recently, a lot of people that were like real hardcore vegan types, they're not vegan anymore. Like a lot of them go back to being omnivore. So to me, I'd rather just not eat meat and do my own thing. I'm not trying to fit in with like certain groups of people because it seems like there's so many different groups and so many different things going on. I can't keep track. Like I just can't keep up with what everybody's doing, you know? So I'm just going to cut up my onions, my green scallions, and I'm going to like make a little pasta sauce to go with them. So, and then I have some of this Impossible sausage that I'm going to put in it, which is plant-based. So, yeah, it was $2 at Food for Less because sometimes when you go to Food for Less, they have this stuff in the meat section, which is kind of funny. But I don't think a lot of people buy the Impossible stuff. Like, some people do, but if you wait until it's about ready to expire, because I think today is the day it expires. So I'm like, it's okay a few days past the expiration date. And it's usually like, I think this is almost $7. And I got it on sale for $2. That's a good deal. Like, so I'm just saying, some things at Food for Less can definitely be a good deal sometimes. And I needed to go grocery shopping like really bad. So I finally got myself around to it, you know. I was in a desperate need to be a grocery shopper today. It's yummy. So there's like so much debate over everything in society. Like people get real up in arms about like everything. So, okay. I don't understand. Like some people just have these really strong opinions about the royal family. Like even Americans, like there are Americans that are just like so team Kate and Will. And I'm just like, I don't really care that deeply about like the royal family. But I always did like Princess Diana and I liked Harry. And I do see Harry as being the closest to his mother in his personality. And I've been listening to his book just on Audible. And some people are just like, oh my God, he wrote a trash book. How dare he make money? How dare he make money? And oh my gosh, they should pay the royal family back. How dare they? And I'm thinking, okay, calm down. Maybe, like, if you're going to be upset about what Harry and Meghan do, like, with taxpayer money, why do we have royal families? And even in the US, I'm like, why do our elected officials make so much money? Why do we have lobbies that have so much power? Like, you could go on and on all day about everything. But at the end of the day, I'm like, none of it is really that big of a deal because there's celebrities that are doing the same thing that Harry's doing, but some people are just up in arms about it because he was part of the royal family. Well, get this. He didn't have a choice what family he was born into. So you can say, oh, he did this horrible thing by leaving. No, he left because, like, honestly, like, just the things I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like it was a very supportive environment. And his mom died. And maybe he felt alienated. And I'm sorry that I don't know. It's just really weird. I think people are so fixated on the fact that he left and who he wants to be with, but this is his life. And I just think it's weird. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know why people are so obsessed with it. So I think he's kind of an interesting person. And I'm reading his book. Like, I'm not like, I find him interesting. I'm not like a super fan. I'm not like, oh my God, everything he does is just my favorite thing on the planet. But I didn't know we can't have like neutral opinions about things. It's like people are either in one camp or the other camp. And honestly, after reading parts of his book, like, I'm kind of like, I understand why he left. I'm sorry, but there were some really gross things that the British tabloid said about Meghan Markle, and you might not like her, but if Harry's with her and that's his spouse, and he feels that the royal family wasn't supporting him and her, maybe that was their reason for leaving. He wasn't the first royal to leave. And I'm like, come on. Like, are people that obsessed with this? And they're like, oh, but they didn't relinquish their titles. Well, come on. Just people are just so upset about this topic. And I just think people get too worked up about this stuff. But to me, they're an elite family like any other elite family. And some people are like, but oh my gosh, they're not because of who they are. And I'm just like, calm down. I think it's interesting, but I don't think we should get so carried away with it either. So I understand why he wanted to leave. If you don't understand why he wanted to leave him alone. If you don't like his wife, leave her alone. Stop obsessing about her. Piers Morgan, like, I swear, like, I get recommended so many videos from him just obsessing. Like, I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? Just like I wasn't a fan of Donald Trump, but people were so obsessed with hating on Donald Trump. I don't know. I'm almost thinking, is it because Donald Trump isn't president anymore and they need somebody new? Like some people just need something new to direct their energy towards. Like, I was not his fan, but it's just like there always has to be something or someone that people are mad at. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, if you don't like them, don't follow them. I'm reading his book, keeping an open mind about it. I'm not like a super fan. I do find him interesting and intriguing. I have a little bit more sympathy for him than some members of the royal family. But at the end of the day, they're people, and I'm not too obsessed with them. Like, I'm just like, they are who they are. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, the royal family is so exciting. It's so exciting. Like, no. I think, I don't know. It's an interesting topic. But, just because you're rich doesn't mean that you have a good upbringing. Like, it sounds like he felt very alienated and isolated after his mom passed away. And it sounds like in Meghan, he found something that he did not find in other parts of his life. So that's why he married her. And the reason he left the royal family is because he didn't feel supported. And you don't have to like his version of the truth, but it's what it is now, right? And people are just so upset about it. But anyway, to me, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I just think it's an interesting story. People are just so up in arms about it, but there's no neutrality on anything. It's just like people are either, oh my God, the royal family is like they're not gods, okay? We don't treat like royal families. We don't treat elite families in America like gods, okay? This is not like the 1600s, but we're not gods. But that doesn't mean we need to be rude to them either. Like, can we just be neutral and be like, huh, Let's read a story. Or don't read a story. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about that. I just think it's gone way off the rails. Like, people have gotten so obsessed with, like, oh my God, Kate and Will are Harry and Meghan. What are they doing? Oh, why did he leave? Oh no, like, the royal family. Like, they were supposed to be working royals. Well, just get over it. They're not going to be anymore. You know, I'm just like, life goes on, right? Okay, so I'm over here. I'll start making my pasta sauce. Trying to get the Beyond Meat stuff. I'm just gonna squeeze it out with its little thingy. This feels too much like real meat. Or should I don't know. I mean, I know it's plant-based, but sometimes it's like, I don't know. It's soy, but just something about the texture of it. It just looks a little bit too like real meat. Wash my hands off. Oh, baby. Because there's so much fat in this Beyond Meat Impossible Burger thing, I thought I was going to add some oil to kind of like stir fry it with the scallions, but I think I'll just let it cook on its own. I'm going to open a can of the tomato sauce. So yeah, I just don't understand the whole royal family thing, like the big controversies of the day regarding it. I'm just like, everything's a controversy these days, you know? So I have a chili pepper from my mom's garden. Just see how many. I'm draining the pasta off. Well, I don't have a strainer anymore. I haven't had one for a while, so I just pour the water off. Okay, so I poured the water off. I'm going to put this one away because I don't think this one will make pasta tonight. Let's see. This away. Put this away. Okay, let's organize things a bit. Let's get a bowl for our pasta. Look how pretty that is. It's very green and red and can't wait to try some. Thanks for watching.